KO debate series. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
Hey, yo, what's going down with y'all, man? Welcome to another episode of the Morning After Show. It's your boy, Knockout Boxing 86 TV. I got the OG KQKC in the background. We got to bring him up here real quickly. Let me just see who we got in the building real quick, y'all. And then as soon as we do, we're going to get the show started since we're running a little behind. Shout out to Meaty Riley, Sonia Dumas, Chris, Bud Jablonski, all things in the building. What's up with it, man? We got Hardcore Casual. What's up, Hardcore Casual? Windy City Assassin. My boy Hunter on the Hunt is in the building. We got Dundrick then. What's up, Dundrick? Salute. Ak Busy. What's good with you, Ak Busy? We got GX TV. What's up with it, man? We got my brother Not Me is in the building. What's good with you, Not Me? We got Von Wise in the building. What's good, Von? Zach is in the building. My boy Young World. What's up, Young World? Salute to you. Salute to you, man. It's moving a little slow. Stuff is a little shaky. We got Andre Noble in the building. What's up, Andre? Av Boy JR, what's happening with you? Marcus M, I see you, Marcus M. Teach is in the building. What's up with it, Teach? We got G Go Crazy. What's up, G Go Crazy? Salute to you. Sean the Icon. What's good, Sean? Roderick Causey. What's good, Roderick? Salute. Darius Warren, I see you. Marzi in the building. Brian King, B Falcone, and don't mess with Texas. All right, let me get this fixed real quick so I can bring up my OG. Give me a second. Boom. Change to that. Bring KQ up. KQ, what's going down, man? How you doing?
I'm hanging in there, man. What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. Chilling. Not much going on in boxing this weekend, but we got a lot to cover on the news tip, but not a lot going on. But we got Canelo Alvarez Berlanga fight week next week, so we're gonna pick back up. But it's been a slow week, but it is football. It is football season starting today, so I'm excited for that. But other than that, man, I'm ready to talk some boxing. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. And for once, I hope the Bears do something this year. Because and my father really hoping for a miracle. So I don't know. I ain't too conversed on football anymore, but he dying to hope they but we ain't been to the Super Bowl since 84, 85. So I don't know, 85, 86. So
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. So But
I
anyway,
heard that, man. I heard that. Sunchild, what's up? Well, we got some a lot of different topics I wanted to go over with you today that we haven't had an opportunity to discuss together. So let's dive right into it. You good with that?
yes, sir. Most
All right.
definitely.
So first, I want to open up the conversation. I want to talk about Shakur Stevenson. So
hmm
Shakur Stevenson, myself, a lot of fight fans feel like Williams Zepeda ducked him, and Williams Zepeda didn't want no smoke with him. Oscar De La Hoya was talking very funny about the fight, talking about Shakur Stevenson doesn't sell tickets. Shakur Stevenson is a great fighter, but he's not entertaining. Just really throwing water on the fight and really acting as if he doesn't want his one of his top assets, Williams Zepeda, to share the ring with Shakur Stevenson. Williams Zepeda's manager and coach, Coach Panda, went on the Boxing Voice, and he's saying that they're not the ones that pull out of that fight. He's saying that Shakur Stevenson and his team knew that the fight was supposed to be in November, and the reason they wanted the fight in November was because Williams Zepeda just had a baby. It was either this week, a couple of days ago, or last week. So he just had his baby, and they knew Zepeda couldn't start camp until September. So that's why they wanted to fight in November. And he said that the last that they heard from Turki and everybody is that the fight was going to happen in November, and that they were shocked that Shakur Stevenson announced the fight with Joe Cordina. So you got two different sides of the story telling two completely different things. What's your thoughts on that situation and that development with Williams Zepeda's team coming out and speaking on what's going on with Shakur Stevenson?
Well, I did a little short video about that. Because Williams Zepeda team said yes, they did get a call from Team Shakur, and they said that no, they didn't want to fight right now. That they'll come back and revisit the fight. And they said no. We want to fight right now. We don't have to wait. But also, Shakur Stevenson wanted to stay busy. And this is why I say I lean towards believing what Shakur Stevenson is saying. Because he wanted to stay busy. Gervonta Davis, I don't know if he's in a contract or not. Most likely he didn't, because both guys are not talking about it. So they got some type of agreement going, maybe. I don't know. But still in all, Shakur wanted to stay busy. And I know he probably got that from Terrence Crawford. So why not? But of course, Turki, he wanted him to fight Cordina instead of Zepeda. Now, this is what I'm hearing. And I keep hearing this and there. Sometimes you don't even know what's the truth.
Facts. Facts. Facts.
I mean, you gotta use your own judgment. You gotta pretty much kind of feel between who was saying what, and this is why you gotta keep a good eye on Bond. That's why I was telling my chat the other night about you. You stay on top of the Instagrams, what they saying in the media, things like that. And then you can put two to two together, and okay, well, he wouldn't say this if this one that. It's just a huge trait that some of us have that you can tell. And I really believe Shakur Stevenson. I don't think he ducked. I think him and Gervonta Davis, they have an agreement. I don't know what the agreement is, because we know Tank will bust you out if you ducking. So I do know that. And of course, Shakur Stevenson, so he been quiet. But he taking a page out of Bud Crawford book. I'm going to stay busy. Then I'm going to come back and spin the block, and we're going to do it and get it done. So, no, I believe Shakur Stevenson. All right. Now, Zepeda, now go have your baby. You had your baby. So now they supposed to fight Cordina, then visit Zepeda. And then later on the year, then Gervonta Davis. Now, this is how it's set up, what I hear. So, but right now, sometimes Oscar is full of crap. And I really believe Shakur Stevenson team. And I really do. So that's how I look at it. And of course, I know you probably get into it too, because Oscar said some few other things. But we'll get into it later. Okay.
Okay. All right. So GX, put the links in the chat. I like to see them. I like to pull them up. So as far as what you said about Gervonta Tank Davis, I do push back a little bit on that, just simply because Tank Davis didn't bust Lomachenko out. So when we say things like if you duck Tank Davis, or if he sent you something and you ducked him, he would go off on you. He would do this, he would do that. Well, he didn't do it to Vasily Lomachenko. So I just don't know if he would do that, because I saw Lomachenko duck him in plain sight and Tank Davis didn't say a word. So that leads me to believe, like, I don't know if I don't believe that he would say something. I think he just, stays quiet, goes about his business until it's time to until it's time to get busy. So there's that part of it. As far as Shakur Stevenson and Williams Zepeda, though, OG, I don't know who to believe, because I don't have enough information from Zepeda to say he lying or telling the truth. This is what I do know, though. That's a heavy accusation that they laying at Shakur Stevenson's feet. And contrary to Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson does go at people a lot when he feels like they're ducking, or he feels like they're capping on him, or you're talking about him. And these are fans that he'll go at. So if you got time to go at fans and go back and forth with people that are irrelevant, they basically saying Shakur Stevenson ducked the fight. Is what they're saying about him. They're saying he ducked the fight, is what Zepeda's team is saying. We were ready to fight. We were ready to go. We thought it was going down in November, and then Shakur just decided to fight Joe Cordina. That's what they're saying in a nutshell. Now, I'm not saying I believe them. I'm just saying somebody need to let me know something like they let me know everything else. My issue, my issue is that Shakur Stevenson usually, like, if you duck him or you turn down a fight, he was on Frank Martin helmet. He was on Zepeda helmet last year when Zepeda ducked him in 2023. Pitbull, Lomachenko, Oscar Valdez, Jamel Herring. I mean, and the list goes on and on of guys. When he felt like they were ducking him, he went in on them. Zepeda's team said this on Wednesday or Thursday, and we know Shakur Stevenson saw it, because we know that he's, you know what I mean? We know that he's paying attention to everything. So for me, I want to see Shakur Stevenson fight Williams Zepeda if I'm not going to see him fight Gervonta Tank Davis, because I think that's still a great fight. I think Tank, Shakur, Loma, Zepeda, I think you got to put them at the top of 135 right now. So any combination of them four, any combination of them four fighting each other, I'm all for it. I'm excited for it. So let's see what happens on that situation. Now, we got some people in the chat.
Okay, hold on.
Go ahead.
Real fast. Do you believe that Gervonta Davis, he ever came out with an opponent? People keep saying Ryo, but I kind of explained that to them, and like you explained it to me, kind of. And do you believe that he's going to fight this year?
Yeah, I think Tank Davis is. I think Tank is gonna fight this year, and everybody that's not Tank Davis's real account, bro. That's not Tank Davis's real account. For those of y'all that's putting that in the chat, that's not his real account, y'all. That's not his real account. That's somebody else's account. That account joined in 2024, March of 2024. That's not Tank's real account. And y'all smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to the channel, hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat. That's why I asked y'all to put the link in there. That's not his real account, y'all. Shout out to Not Me with the 5-piece in the Super Chat. He says the first time Zepeda turned down the mandatory, Shakur Stevenson went in on Zepeda. That's a fact. This time around, you get not a beep out of Stevenson. I find that odd. I find that odd too. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why you pay attention to what people say and how they behave, and that'll tell in the past, and that'll tell you what they'll do in the future. My mama taught me that. So Andre Noble with the 2-piece in the Super Chat, he says, for the cook, I appreciate you. Cut West, what's good with you? Salute to you. So, and then when you think of it this way, OG, Shakur Stevenson is fighting Joe Cordina. He's a boxer, doesn't throw a lot of punches. It's just got knocked out. He's moving up in weight, and he doesn't kind of give you a good look and prepare you for Williams Zepeda, right? You got Williams Zepeda. He's fighting Tevin Farmer, southpaw, slick fighter, somebody that's going to try to be defensive, move around the ring. He fights very similarly to Shakur Stevenson on a lower level. Obviously, I think Shakur Stevenson is a better fighter, but
yes,
Zepeda is the one that looks like he's getting ready for Shakur. Shakur is the one that looks like he's just staying busy for whatever that's worth. Because Zepeda could have fought George Kambosos, but he ended up fighting Tevin Farmer. So I think that's very interesting. Hopefully, they can get those two to fight in the beginning of the year if both sides ain't bullshitting. Because like I said, we know Oscar De La Hoya
Right.
is full of shit. So we'll see how that goes. But I just find it interesting that you got one side saying that Zepeda ducked, you got Zepeda saying that Shakur ducked, and like you said at the beginning with boxing, you just never know. It's always some gray area where you got to try to piece stuff together. You got to be damn near Sherlock Holmes to try to figure
Yeah.
out what the hell is going on half the time, man. You know what I mean?
Right. And you know, well as I do, that PBC, they not gonna let you know nothing until they
Yeah,
ready. Until they ready to let you know.
that's
So
true. That's true.
yeah,
Shout out to everybody in the building too. We got almost 200 people in here. Let's get the likes to 100. I don't know how many likes we got, but let's please get the likes up over 100. Moderators, let's do a like check. Let's make sure we encouraging people to hit the like button when they
yes,
come in the
sir.
building and make sure that we get the likes up over 100. We got almost 200 people in here. No reason we shouldn't have over 100 likes. All right. So the next thing that's on the docket that I wanted to talk to you about was this
Sure.
Jaron Boots Ennis situation. Um, we know that Jaron Boots Ennis has a date for November the 9th. We know that he was trying to make a fight with Brian Norman Jr. That fell through. We know that he has a mandatory that Eddie Hearn lost the purse bid. So right now, Karen's team is in charge of the mandatory that he has to fight, which is Karen, who he already beat. We know that he sent an offer to Charles Conwell at 154 pounds. Charles Conwell is saying that he was lowballed. What do you make of this, man? Is everybody ducking Boots? Is Boots being mismanaged? Is it a little bit of both? What is going on with Jaron Boots Ennis to where we cannot get an opponent for him? And now we're dangerously close. We're 2 months away from his November 9th fight date that we all know he's fighting, and we don't know who he's fighting because no one is willing to fight him. What do you think of that, man? What's going on with Boots?
Well, first of all, why would you lose a purse bid for one of the best fighters that you just signed? Why would you lose a purse bid to a guy that he's rematching? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Karen, now he is pretty much won the purse bid, and of course they can't have it in his country, but they can have it abroad somewhere else. And then never know, he can get robbed or whatever, and lose his belt and lose his status. Now, this is me, and this is my opinion only, but I would have tried to make it work with Brian Norman. I would have made it work with Brian Norman some type of way, front end, back end, or whatever. But I will say this: Karen promotion, C2 promotion, whatever. They got to come up with that money. Now, if they don't come up with that money, that fight might end up in Philadelphia, and that would be great. But still in all, they will come up with that money. This is their opportunity to get their get back. Now, of course, I think Eddie and Turkey, he in it too. I think they don't know what they're doing. I think that, especially Turkey, I don't think he know what he's doing. I think that they pretty much
Oh,
gambling.
we're gonna get the dry turkey. We're gonna
You
get
know.
the we're gonna get it. We're gonna get the dry turkey. Yeah, we're gonna get to him in a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait. Okay, but Eddie, Eddie, listen. I hope, and this is just KQ talking, y'all. I hope that Jaron Ennis' career don't get messed up with Eddie, because Eddie has a tendency to feed American fighters to who? UK fighters. I don't want him over there with euros and fighting over in the UK. He don't need that. Okay, he doesn't need that. He needs to fight over here, build his name up, build his resume up, and get in there and get undisputed. Because I hate to see talent to get wasted. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, they put good fights together. How's it good fight and you taking a loss? Terence Crawford fought, and he fought Magaball, but more people like the co-main event than the main event. I mean, some people, you got to sell them. Because, see, in Eddie's case, he don't work for you. You work for him. That's the way he pretty much works. So now, except for Anthony Joshua, Eddie haven't built no stars. Eddie ain't built nobody over there.
Mm.
You know, think about it. I mean, who has he made a big star over in the UK or for anybody else? You know, come on, let's think about it. You know, so therefore, you know, I hate to see. Look at Demetrius Andrade. He was fighting Quigley. Who the hell is Quigley? You know, so now his career is kind of here and there, but you know, that's all I got for right now. Knockout. I can say a lot more.
Yeah, man, that was dope. Yeah, you were going in on his ass. Shout out to Young World with the 20-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said, smash the like button. Support the grind. That's right, man. Support the hard work. We got not me with the 5-piece in the super chat. He says, I'll catch the replay. Peace. Peace out, bro. He says, Iman Katiev a beast. Yeah, he is. But his defense is too leaky. Yeah, you got to work on his defense. I hope you can cover his fight. Have a great show, fellas. Salute, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you. So here's my thing, right? Here's my issue with Eddie Hearn. It's twofold, right? Number one, you're right. He had no business losing the purse bid. Even if you don't want the fight, you still got to take care of your fighter and make sure can't nobody swoop in and win the purse bid. So I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think and Eddie Hearn is known for coming up second in a lot of purse bids. He lost the what was that purse bid? He came up like second or third in the Cambosos and Teofimo purse bid. Like he's known to lose purse bids. So we know that for sure. But here's my issue though with the offers that he's sending out, because I heard you say he should have tried to work it out with Brian Norman Jr. And then I see Charles Conwell turning down offers as well. What I can't get over is, yes, Eddie Hearn's wrong for losing the purse bid. But to me, in my personal opinion, bro, when you offering a guy in Brian Norman Jr. who made $150,000 in his last fight, KQ, when you offer him $1.7 million, you tried to work with him. you tried to make the fight. Like, to me, that's on Brian Norman Jr. and them, man. You know what I mean? Like, just as a normal everyday working man, like if you making $50,000 a year and then somebody come along and offer you $400,000, you can't say they lowballing you, bro. And they offering you $400,000 to do the same job that you always been doing, right? He's a fighter, so it's the same job you've been fighting. So I think that it's both, right? I think Eddie Hearn, number one, I don't know why fighters that are black, that are from America, continue to sign to him. He couldn't get Demetrius Andrade fights, which you alluded to. He couldn't get Devin Haney any fights, which you alluded to. He's struggling to get Jaron Boots Ennis a fight, which we all know. And then we see what he's doing for Shakur Stevenson right now. Much of nothing. You got Joe Cordina, and then if Shakur Stevenson does get the Williams Zepeda fight, it won't be because of Eddie Hearn. It'll be because Williams Zepeda is his mandatory, and the WBC already ordered the fight. So that's not Eddie Hearn going and getting him like a great voluntary defense or a great unification fight. He just don't get you fights. So I don't understand why anybody would go sign to him, other than the fact that that boy could sell water to a well, bro. He like that. For some reason, they love hearing Eddie talk, and they love the way that he talk. But his actions, he just can't get you no fucking fight. So there's that part of it. But I do blame Eddie for the purse bid stuff like you did. But when I'm listening to Charles Conwell turn down a fight with Boots Ennis because there's a 6-figure offer and he didn't make anywhere near that in his last fight, and he's saying that he's turning it down. His team said he turned down the fight because he can make more money fighting Virgil Ortiz, KQ. Well, Virgil Ortiz is not even on the table for him. He don't even have an offer to fight Virgil Ortiz. So you got guys, number one, turning down their highest payday in Brian Norman Jr. And then Charles Conwell is not only turning down his highest payday, KQ, he's turning down his highest payday for a fight that he don't even have on the table. He don't even have a fight on the table. And he's turning the fight down. Like, you don't have no offer to fight Virgil, bro. What are you talking about? And then I just like, what happened to people betting on themselves? What happened to people taking the risk? These fighters are acting like divas, KQ, and they want to get 6 figures, or they want to get $1 million or $2 million. And they haven't even earned it, bro. They're not even a name to be demanding that shit.
Thank you.
Like real talk. If you made $100,000 in your last fight, who are you to turn down $1.7 million? If you making $30,000, $50,000 a fight, who are you to turn down a 6-figure payday?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. So I think it's a little bit of both. I think that yes, Eddie Hearn is not the best promoter for these Black American fighters. If you from the UK, sign to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn, he can get you fights. He got the UK venues down packed. He tapped in over there in the UK. But if you Black and you from America, bro, y'all need to stop messing with Eddie Hearn because dudes is struggling. They are struggling dealing with Eddie Hearn. Do you got anything else on that? Because I want to ask you another question about Boots.
Yeah. You know, Eddie, he been throwing Deb Haney on the bus. He been throwing everybody he can under the bus. Now, his excuse is he can't get no fights done, this and that, because the fighters don't want to fight because they getting a nice payday fighting nobodies or fighting lower, less competition. Right? Now, I'm not gonna say it right now, but I'm gonna say it a little later why that is. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So the other thing, there's a debate going on whether Boots Ennis gets the Karen fight or he doesn't get the Karen fight. Whether he goes to 154, he stays at 147. What should he do is what a lot of people are talking about. What do you think he should do, KQKC? Should he stay at 147? Should he go to 154? If you were Boots Ennis, what would your head be at right now? What would you do?
Well, I think I talked to you about this now. When Brian Norman turned down the fight, and I thought Eddie didn't want that fight at all, but when you're making 3 offers, like you said, no, he wanted that fight for Jaron Ennis, but Jaron Ennis said he wanted to stay at 147. He wanted to dominate, go undisputed there, then move up to 154. But I took a look at the ratings, and I saw that, okay, well, if Jaron Ennis, you know, if he get forced up to 154, other words, they're saying, well, Eddie's saying, well, look here, Jaron, you can get more, you can fight more fight costs if you move up to 154. And that way you get more fights up there and everything. And the guys down here, because you said Barrio turned it down, Stanley turned you down, you know, so, okay, and Brian Norman had turned him down. Okay, fine. Now, if Jaron moves up, guess what? That makes no other than Conor Ben move in. Conor Ben is from the UK. Conor Ben works with Eddie. They are very, very close. Now, him and Anthony Joshua are the 2 closest fighters to Eddie Hearn. Now, at the rankings, they got 1, Jaron Ennis. He'll be gone, but they'll have a blank at number 2. But number 3, they got Conor Ben, who can't fight in the UK, but he can fight over here.
KQ, I can hear you. I can hear your voice, but you're frozen on the screen. So you might have to turn your camera off and turn it back on.
No, I'm not frozen. I'm still frozen.
Yeah, you frozen on the screen. Not your voice though. We can hear you loud and clear, but you frozen on the screen. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, I think it's your camera. Y'all chat. Let me know if it's just me, cause he freezing on both my YouTube and my stream, y'all. Y'all let me know if it's just me though. I just want to make sure.
Okay. Can y'all see me move my head like this? Boom, 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 boom.
No, it's real choppy on my end. I'm waiting on the chat to let me know. Chat, y'all let me know. Yeah, they saying you frozen. Your voice is okay, but you frozen. So just turn your camera off. Just turn your camera off, KQ. It's all good. Just turn your camera off, man.
I think I know what it is. I got a high definition. I used to have it on. No, the YouTube got this new thing now, and okay, there we go. Okay,
yeah, there you go. Yeah, you good now. We hear you loud and clear. Go ahead and keep cooking. Go ahead and say what you were saying.
Okay, yeah. So, therefore, that's what I'm saying. You know, that what's going on right now. I believe. You know, I really believe that. That's what's going on. Eddie Hearn is I'm trying to fix this real quick. I'm sorry. Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I go ahead and fix it.
Yeah.
I'll say what I
Okay,
got to say.
okay. Let me just finish this though.
Okay,
But
go ahead.
now, what's going on is that Eddie Hearn, it seems like he's trying to force Jaron up to 154, and then kind of being a fight for 147 championship. But Jaron don't want to move to 154, not right now, because still he want to develop that fan base. I mean, because let's be honest, you don't have a fan base, normally, like Brian. Well, actually, they about on the same level, but still, it is what it is. But all right, but that's all I got.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say for Boots and Norman, I don't think they on the same level, and I don't think they got the same fan base just because I ain't never seen Brian Norman sell out Atlanta or sell out his hometown the way that Boots Ennis put 14,000 people in Philadelphia the last time he fought in Philadelphia against David Avenesian. So I do think that that Boots got a bigger fan base than Brian Norman Jr. But yeah, neither one of them are superstars. We can both agree there. But I do think Boots Ennis is a significantly bigger name. Now, I do want to Teach says, while I do think Eddie is the best promoter, I agree that it's hard for him to get fights where other promotional companies dominate in specific weight classes. What I would tell you, Teach, is this, bro. Like, the job of a promoter is to make money on the events that they put on and to put their fighters in great position and get their fighters fights. Eddie Hearn sucks at that, bro. So if you're calling him a great promoter, that's just because you like how he talks. The only person that he's been able to successfully promote is Anthony Joshua, bro. And then you can say Conor Ben to a certain extent. So to call him the best promoter, and even though he can't get people fights, even though he needs Turkey to fund a lot of his events because his events aren't profitable, and then I say he got Jesse Bam Rodriguez fights too. You know what I mean? He's really good at the lower weight classes, but I can't call him the best promoter in boxing, bro, because he don't do it. The main job is to make money on your events and make sure your fighters get in advantageous positions. And he sucks with Andrade. He sucked with Devin Haney. He's sucking with Boots right now. He sucked with Shakur in Shakur's first fight with him. And let's just be real, Triple G, he ruined the back half of Triple G's prime. Triple G signed to him, and he couldn't get Canelo to fight Triple G until Triple G was 40 years old. So I hear you, bro, but I just vehemently disagree. Then we got K-Rock says, Boots better not duck Karen. Y'all diss Haney for ducking Sandor. Not even close to being the same thing, K-Rock. Not even close to being the same thing, bro. Not even close to being the same thing, homeboy. Not even close to being the same thing. Boots already beat Karen 12-0. He already beat him, bro. Devin Haney never fought Sandor Martin. It's not even close to the same thing, bro. Not even close. Jaron Boots Ennis already beat Karen 12-0. Devin Haney never fought Sandor Martin. You new here, bro. Be careful what you type in the chat because I call out a lot of cap. And then you capping again. I don't know if you want my attention, but I'll give it to you for a couple minutes. You say that's the problem with Americans, scared to death to leave USA shores. Last I checked, the dude you just tried to cap for left the US shores twice. He went over to Australia and beat up George Kambosos 2 consecutive times. I also remember vehemently that Stephen Cool Boy Fulton went over to Japan to fight Monster anyway. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. I remember that too. I remember Raees Salim went over to Australia to fight Sam Goodman. Yeah, I remember all those fights. So nice try, bro. Nice try. Come back, try again, bro. Like, stop it, dog. I do this. You at the wrong place for all that capping ass shit. We don't do that over here. Now, as far as what you were saying, KQ, I believe he should go. I believe he should go to 154, man. I believe he has to go to 154. The guys at 147 have already proven they don't want to fight him.
Okay.
They've already proven they don't want to fight him. And I don't want him to end up like Gary Russell Jr., OG, where he's just sitting around at the same weight class, can't get a fight. Dudes don't want to fight him. And what we've seen with Boots Ennis is it's proven that it don't matter where he signed to. Hell, when he was at Showtime, they couldn't get him fights. He's over there with Eddie Hearn. Can't get him fights. So it's just he came up in the wrong era at welterweight. All the big names that he wanted to fight to try to prove himself, they done left and went to 154. Now all the guys of his era are like, hell no, I'm not taking that risk. I need a big ass payday to take that risk. You know what I mean? So what's the point of staying there if ain't nobody want to fight you? So I believe 154 pounds is where he should go, because there's a lot of names up there. It's a lot of smoke up there. So that's what I'm a proponent of, man. But I see what you're saying. Like, it's kind of Eddie, and Eddie could be sabotaging him for kind of being, and you want to see him have an opportunity to get undisputed. You want to see him defend his belt. You know, you want to see him kind of try to reign at the welterweight division, but it just don't look like it's in the cards, KQ. It just don't look like it's in the cards for him. So I'd rather him go to where the fights are at, because I do like legacy. I like guys unifying and going for undisputed, but more so than legacy, I want to see great fights. And all of the great fights for Boots Ennis seem to be at 154 pounds right now. So I want him to go to 154, if that makes sense.
Okay, but you know who at 154, he's gonna have to talk to PBC, because they pretty much got everyone at 154 over there, you know. So they're gonna have to work with PBC then, if that's the case.
They got a lot of fighters, but at 154, one guy just ducked them. Charles Conwell is with Golden Boy over there on the zone. You got Virgil Ortiz with Golden Boy over there on the zone. Madrimov. Madrimov is a Matchroom DAZN fighter. You got Terrence Crawford. Obviously, he messing with Turkey and them. So yes, a lot of smokers at PBC, but there's some smoke over there at Matchroom as well. Over there on the zone. So I just think the division as a whole, I think it's just way more smoke at that division than he could possibly get at 147 pounds. And then furthermore, if it's smoke with Premier Boxing Champions, they've already proven that they'll make cross-platform fights for the right fight, for it to be a big fight. If it's something that guy wants, they'll make that fight. They'll make that fight for sure. So they play in the sandbox with others more than a lot of these promoters, and they don't get nearly enough credit for it, in my opinion. But do you got anything on anything else on Boots Ennis before we move along?
No, that's all I got for right now.
Okay,
yeah, that's all I got for right now.
You kind of alluded to it, so we can go ahead and get into it. Turki Alalshikh, man. I knew where you were going with it, and you kind of stopped yourself, and so we can get into it now. He got the Anthony Joshua pay-per-view for $20. It's confirmed, like I told you, that Shakur Stevenson is going to be headlining the pay-per-view, and then they're going to put Beterbiev and Bivol on ESPN Plus for free. What you think? What you think of old Turkey, man? And obviously, the part that you alluded to, he's overpaying fighters, and now as a result, everybody trying to, Turkey, pick me. I want an easy payday. Ain't nobody trying to take no risk. They trying to go get that Turki Alalshikh bag. What you think of old Turkey, man? And the moves he making in boxing right now with the low price pay-per-views and putting on the card where you got to order it on DAZN pay-per-view. You got to have a DAZN subscription. Then for the main event, you got to switch from DAZN and then go over to ESPN Plus, but it's for free on ESPN Plus just for one fight. What you think of old Turkey, man? What's up with Turkey?
I mean, I don't want to count nobody's pockets, and I understand everybody wants a bag. All right, everybody wants a bag. But Turkey, he got the money, but he just don't know what he's doing. I'm sorry. Everybody trying to follow that Al Heyman model. I mean, DAZN tried to do that. They kind of like bunched it up. Now what they do, pay-per-view is dead. But what happened? Now they doing pay-per-views. They went up on a subscription. I mean, all this. And now here comes Turkey. He's coming along. He don't know anything about boxing, but I like it. He don't know the business side of boxing. And he don't even know what Decatur, Georgia is. So therefore, I look at Turkey and he said, okay, well, I want to see this fight, so I'm going to pay for it. So he going to overpay these fighters for fights that we don't want to see and don't really make sense because he's not really a matchmaker. I mean, what he's doing is he's spending money and losing money at the same time. Because everything he has put on, he ain't made no money, really. That's why I'm trying to explain to my chat about the PIF fund. And y'all not listening. Y'all not listening. they are going to ring in his money. Why? Because when they had the war in Russia and went to Ukraine, that drove the market up. Yes, they benefited off of it. They benefit off of they benefit off $958 billion, $1 trillion almost. In Turkey, he trying to start a golf over here, a company. He trying to take over the FIFA, which is football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. But all that money about to run out. That's why he got $3,000 to get in the UFC. No, that's nosebleed, y'all. That's nosebleed. Because they're trying to compete with who? Canelo Alvarez on Independence Day. Right? Mexican Independence Day, which is not going to happen. And then on top of that, they say, okay, we losing money already. Oh, you think? And then also they go down to $300 now. Oh, wow. From 3,000 down to 300? Wow. Then he still is not going to beat out Canelo Alvarez. Now, why you want to beat out Al Heyman? Now, this is what I'm trying to tell everybody. He said, well, we're going to be working with PBC, this and that. No, it's not. Because Vegas, and MGM Grand, they called up PBC, allegedly. They called up PBC. Hey, look here, Al. Look here, we got a sentence for you, baby. All right, look here. This is the mega of boxing right here, Las Vegas. Because, they got taxes. They got to pay for the state. They got gambling. They got everything right there in Las Vegas. They're not going to let Turkey come over here and take it over. And plus, Turkey boss said, look, come on home. Stop spending all that money because we're losing money. We got infrastructure that need to be taken care of right here. Because they're trying to make it the rich and famous. That's right. The rich and famous. Go on over there. I don't want to see an old M&M. I don't want a free ticket to Dubai. I can't afford a toothbrush over there. I don't need all that. I just need a good fight. That's all. And I call fights. Everybody in the chat, y'all know I do. But I don't want to be doing all that flipping when I'm calling fights. I mean, they put Shakur Stevenson, who is not a very good seller, but a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but he doesn't really sell. Some people think he's kind of a bore. But hey, that's your opinion. Okay. But let's be honest. When you get through watching Shakur, you got to get up or you got to change the channel and go to what? ESPN. Now, it's cool if you already got the subscription, but then you're going to have to buy the subscription. So therefore, you still paying one way or another. So, I mean, he don't know what he's doing. He just throwing money around, just be throwing it. He giving B-level fighters money. Almost more than A-level fighters. So let's be honest. He don't know what he's doing, and don't get too excited. Because that money going to be reeled in. So we saw this movie before. We saw this rerun before. All right? That's all I got, Knockout.
Yeah, so a couple of things, and you was cooking, man. A couple of things I want to talk about and talking about Turkey today, just to try to educate the chat. So number one, the homie Young Beast, he says he want the best to fight the best. This is something where I've been pushing against, and people are like ignoring the facts of this situation for some reason, and I don't understand why. So he wants the best to fight the best is what I'm told on a consistent basis. But I watched him put on Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. I watched him put on Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. What part of that was the best fighting the best? Like I don't understand how that's the best fighting the best. He said out of his own mouth that he is the one who requested Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina. A Joe Cordina who just got knocked out at a lower weight class coming up in weight to fight against who a lot of people call one of the most pound for pound level, most best talents in boxing. How is that the best fighting the best? If he's requesting Shakur versus Joe Cordina and he's putting on Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou versus AJ, and Ngannou is a damn amateur as a boxer, how is that the best fighting the best? How is that him wanting the best to fight the best? And then you look at this Shakur Stevenson card, it's littered with mismatches. Chris Eubanks Jr. is in a mismatch, right? Ja Opataya is in a mismatch. This is Ja Opataya like second or third fight on a Riyadh season card, and he's been in nothing but mismatches except when he fought Maris Breedis. All right. You got Ben Whitaker in a mismatch, bro. Scott Nicholson in a mismatch. So y'all keep telling me this shit about how he wants the best to fight the best, but I keep looking at his cards, and they look no different from your standard top rank card a lot of the times, or no different from your standard Golden Boy card a lot of times. If we're just keeping it 100, so let's talk about that, right? Like that's one thing that I think you guys need to really pay attention to. Y'all just say shit because you hear somebody else say shit, and then you hear somebody else say shit, and so the narrative sticks because you're already looking for a reason to big up Turkey because maybe you don't like another promoter. Al Heyman. Let's just keep it 100. A lot of people that big up Turkey or a lot of people that are Al Heyman and PBC detractors. That's so y'all like Turkey because you dislike Al Heyman. That's just what it is. Now, as far as somebody saying, I saw somebody talk about the cash. Get the money while they're getting this good. Go ahead and go get overpaid. But we can see the direct correlation to that, or the direct effect of that is you got guys turning down fair offers for fights that you claim that you want. So as a result of what Turkey is doing, you don't get to see Brian Norman Jr. and Jaron Ennis fight because people are starting to inflate their worth because they see this guy over here getting the bag, so they think they're going to get it too. Because of Turkey, you don't get to see Jaron Ennis debut at 154 pounds against Charles Conwell because Charles Conwell is waiting on that Turkey bag. So y'all think that it's a good thing that he's overpaying fighters, but when you overpay fighters that don't deserve it, they start to expect it. Now, what has to happen? Either he has to stay in boxing forever, right? Or when he leaves, you're going to have a bunch of guys that were getting overpaid that's going to be like, yo, where the money at? And then guess what? It's going to still be hard for guys to make fights because you got certain promoters that are looking to make money, turn a profit, that are looking to actually do good in the sport of boxing. They're going to look at these fighters that were getting overpaid. They're going to be like, the fuck? No, I'm not paying you that. What you mean? Like, this is what you're worth. This is what you bring to the table. Think about it. Shakur Stevenson is 100%, 1,000% about to flop. Yeah. Which leads me to the $15 pay-per-views and the $19.99 pay-per-views for Anthony Joshua and goddamn Shakur Stevenson. He's about to fucking flop. Right? Now, in the normal world, that's going to hurt him. Because anybody else that negotiates with him going to be like, yeah, your shit flopped, so we ain't paying you that. Yeah, your shit flopped, so we ain't paying you that. So what's Shakur going to have to do? He going to have to go to Turkey to get a bag. We're not going to get to see Shakur negotiate and really get big fights because he's going to have an inflated sense of his value. So y'all think he's helping when he's really hurting. And y'all think he's doing so great. Let me tell y'all something about business, bro. You drop prices when your shit is struggling. He can try to tell y'all, well, I want to drop it in America because I love boxing. I want to drop it in America because I love boxing. That's why I'm dropping the prices of the pay-per-view. No, he's dropping the prices of the pay-per-view because his product is not selling.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like y'all need to maybe go take a business class or two. When companies start dropping price, this is business 101. When you start dropping prices, because your product is not selling, right? If the iPhone wasn't selling, they dropped the price. If the chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A is not selling, they dropped the price. They dropped the price, bro. So he's not dropping prices for you. He's not dropping prices for me. He's dropping prices because people ain't buying his product, which goes in the KQKC point. They slowing down his spending. Remember, when he first came in, it was no expense spur. You want $30 million, Francis Ngannou? Take this $30 million. You want $50 million Tyson Fury to fight Francis Ngannou here? Take this $50 million. Tyson Fury and Usyk, y'all need $100 million and $50 million to fight here. Take this money. Now that shit's slowing down. Now it's slowing down because the man is losing money, and they not finna keep. Saudi Arabia got a lot of shit going on. KQ alluded to it. They done started their own soccer league. They got fucking UFC they trying to deal with. They done merge with the PGA Tour with the Live Golf shit. They building some city of the future shit over there in Saudi Arabia that they got going on. The man ain't spending because they pulling his pay-per-view back. Then we'll move on. He say he wants to sell more than 300,000 pay-per-views. This is how I know you ain't too bright with the business, Rich. And I don't mean no disrespect, but you always come in the chat saying stupid shit, right? So 300,000 pay-per-views, they usually charge $75 for them, right? So that's 22,500,000. He would have to sell. He'd have to sell $1.5 million, 1.5 million pay-per-view buys to get to that number. If he only charging $15 a pay-per-view, do you think Shakur Stevenson is gonna sell 1.5 million pay-per-views, Rich? do you believe that Shakur Stevenson and Joe Cordine is gonna sell 1.5 million pay-per-views? Because you realize when you lower the price, that means you have to sell more of the product, bro. It's dumb. It's dumb. He don't care about how many he sell. He wants to make money, but it's a dumb way to make money because you have to sell so much more. You have to sell so much more product to make money when you're charging cheaper for the product. And the product ain't even that good.
Exactly.
The product ain't even that good, bro. So nice try, bro, but that shit don't work over here. I don't know why you keep trying that shit. You got anything else on this KQ before we move to the next topic, man?
No, I'm just gonna say that, most people, I won't be surprised. Most people just skip Shakur Stevenson, just go ahead and watch Batervia and Bibble. I hear people saying that, so, but of course, I'm going to call both cards, but no, that's all I have. Yeah.
All right. So now we got to talk about Canelo Alvarez for a little bit. Then we'll talk about Tank to end the show. Canelo Alvarez is fighting Edgar Berlanga. And I don't know about you. This is the one of the least amount of build-ups I've seen to a Canelo fight. Looks like Canelo is losing his luster, and it's because he keep fighting these trash ass fighters that don't nobody want to see him fight. You got Edgar Berlanga talking really crazy, trying to sell the fight. No one's really paying attention. It doesn't feel like a typical build-up to a Canelo Alvarez fight. Looks like he's trying to get as much money as he can before he gets up out of here, and we may not ever get the David Benavidez fight. Now, you got Terrence Crawford sitting out there. And I saw Roy Jones say something very interesting. He says that Canelo Alvarez has to prove himself by showing that he can beat Terrence Bud Crawford at 168 pounds. Just what are your thoughts surrounding Canelo Alvarez right now? His fight with Berlanga, what's going on with Terrence Crawford? Where are you at on Canelo right now, KQ?
Well, right now, I think Canelo had 1 foot out and 1 foot in. I think Canelo is trying to just drain the well till it can't drain no more. And then he's out. Of course, we know that Edgar Berlanga was a pick. And when you're at that position, when you're at that point in your career, you can pick and choose. They'll allow you to do that. So, and plus he has a contract with PBC. Now, his excuse is that he picks certain fighters because of certain things he want to find out about himself, and I think which I think is a bunch of malarkey. In other words, that's an Irish term, but means that it's a bunch of BS. But he don't want no part of David Benavidez. He don't want no hard fights. That's it. He took an L with Floyd. He took an L with Bibble. He don't want to be remembered as this guy with these losses. So, therefore, he's going to find someone that's exciting, and they're trying to push it off like a Mexican versus Puerto Rico, which he is Puerto Rican, but he wasn't born in the island. He was born in New York, but still, Terrence Crawford. And Terrence Crawford is a good fighter. Don't get this twisted. He's a good fighter and, 2-time undisputed, great fighter. And I have no problems at all. But Terrence Crawford, in a way, is that he said he wants to be great. Well, we know, It's not you want to be great. You want to be a wealthy. You want to be wealthy. And you know the only way you can get a paycheck is with none other than Canelo Alvarez or Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis, of course, they will laugh at you. You're trying to fight him. So what you do? You want to fight Canelo Alvarez. Now Canelo Alvarez said, "Yeah, I'm open to it, but that means that wait on it. Okay, wait on it."
Yeah,
And now,
I fight you when your ass is 40.
right,
I
exactly.
fight you when your ass is 40. I'll bring you back when you're 40. Go ahead and go do something else.
Right,
Take a little bit more
exactly.
punishment. Shit. Yeah, fact.
So let Eddie tell it. Eddie believes that he's gonna go ahead and retire. Now he's speaking for Terrence Crawford, but Terrence Crawford haven't said that. I haven't heard it out of his mouth yet. But Terrence Crawford don't want to fight no one else. You know, he don't want to fight no one else but Canelo Alvarez. Now, in so many words, Terrence Crawford said he wants to be liked by the fans and people like that.
No,
Well,
he don't. Not with his attitude. Shit,
there you
no, he
go.
don't.
I was about to get to it. Yeah, because your whole career, yes, Bob could have promoted you better, this and that, but you could have did more interviews. You pick and choose your friends to do an interview with, like Wallow and Gilly. You know, I mean, and then you got an attitude when people try to come up and talk to you and the fights. You know, I know all about it. And you're stubborn SOB. I'm sorry, but that's just his way. You know, he's a good fighter, but that's maybe that what makes him a good fighter. I don't know. But of course you're not gonna get liked like that. People like Tank. Why? Because he's funny. He knocks out people. He wins. He's funny at press conferences. He know how to sell a fight. You know, those are likable traits. You know, now you can say what you want about Ryan. He crazy as a Bessie bug, right? But Ryan, he sell a fight. He will sell a fight in a minute. No doubt about it. He'll say something off the wall. Y'all be like, what the hell he talking about? Right?
Okay.
But he still
He
will
called Terrence Crawford an overhyped bum
yes.
in the interview that he just did. I was like, Ryan, you bullshit. Go ahead, though. Ryan is full of shit,
I
man.
know.
How does Ryan Garcia have the nerve to call Terrence Crawford an overhyped bum, bro?
I know. I mean, he just, he's out there wilding, right? No,
Yeah.
but people see, look at David. David said, I like Ryan. See,
No, David, you bullshitting with that one. You know what? I got to time your ass out for 1 minute for that one, bro. We got time. Yeah, we got to give you that 1 minute. We got to sit you down for 1 minute. Go ahead, KQ. I'm finna sit his ass down for 1 minute.
But now Canelo finna grab another payday, and of course Edgar Berlanga, he blew his head way up. He picked me for a reason. He picked me for a reason because I'm tough, this and that. But it's not gonna turn out well, probably. That's just my opinion. It could be different, never know. But still in all, he picked guys like that. He want an easy way out the door. Okay, that's what he wants. He wants an easy way out the door, and it look like he's gonna get it. It look like he's gonna get it. So
Yeah.
So it's not too much there. But what David Benavidez have to do, what David Morrell have to do, they're gonna have to get up there at 175 and fight these guys. And fight the guy. Do what Canelo did not do. And now I think Knockout, it's time to stop chasing Canelo. It's been time to stop. Make your own lane. Make your own.
I think that's what they did by moving up to 175, though. I respect it. You know what I mean? I think by moving up to 175, Morrell and David Benavidez, they did that. They did that. So I respect that. As far as what you said about Canelo, I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree more, man. Like I think Canelo Alvarez is he's milking the game, and a lot of people don't have a problem with it. I do. And the reason I have a problem with what he's doing is number one, he's still a champion. He's a champion. So the expectation should be for you to behave like a champion. If you're the champion, you need to be fighting your mandatories or you need to be fighting other champions. And if you don't have any mandatories or other champions, you need to be in the biggest and best fight. Like to me, boxing has always been weird, KQ, to where it's the only sport where we allow fighters to, the more popular you get, the bigger name that you get, the less that we expect of you. So we let you get really big. We let you become a superstar, then we don't expect you to do shit no more. Like people make excuses for Canelo not to fight Dave Benavidez. Oh, he can do what he want to do. He's proven enough. People can make excuses for Terrence Crawford not to fight a Jaron Boots Henderson. Oh, he did enough. He don't have to fight Boots. He can do this. He can do that. It's just it's weird to me because in every other sport you can't accomplish enough. Like we got football season starting. Like Patrick Mahomes, he done won 2 Super Bowls in a row. Guess what the Kansas City Chiefs fans want him to do this year, KQ? They want his ass. They want his ass to win another Super Bowl. you got to go win another Super Bowl. Yeah, like just because you done proven so much, they not gonna be like, all right, yeah, you did enough, bro. You can suck. You can go out in the first round. You ain't got to make the playoffs no more. Like that shit don't happen, bro. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, your city, Chicago, Michael Jordan. Guess what y'all wanted Mike to do every year? Win the championship. Yep. Win the championship. Yeah, like. But in boxing, we'd be like, yo, you know what, man? This dude is the biggest name. He's he's a 4-division champion. He has proven enough. He's done enough. I'm good. He's done enough. He can do whatever he wants. He can fight a 40-year-old. He can pull somebody up 2 weight classes. He can fight somebody that ain't never been in the division. He can pull up Terrence Crawford 3 weight classes. He can do what he want. He can do what he want. We don't care. Like only in boxing, bro. Only in boxing. No other sport can you say that. Even shit, you can go to tennis, KQ. Serena got like 30,000 Grand Slam titles. Every time she stepped on Wimbledon, what they wanted to do, win that motherfucker. You better win. Yeah. You gotta win. Like, so to me, that's why I don't like that shit. That's why I don't like this idea that a fighter can get to a certain level of stardom and you get to expect less of them. Like, think about it. He's paid the most. How do you expect the least from somebody that's paid the most? Like, he wants the biggest payday, KQ. He wants the most sponsorships. He wants the biggest percentage of the back end money. But he want to be able to cherry pick too. Yeah. What it like? I thought you supposed to earn. I thought you're supposed to earn that big payday. You're supposed to earn that money. So I agree with everything that you said about Canelo Alvarez. As far as Canelo and Terrence Crawford, the fight, I'm going to keep saying this for Terrence Bud Crawford fans, KQ. The fight for Terrence Crawford is a great fight because he got everything to win and nothing to lose. For Canelo Alvarez, it's a trash-ass fight because he got everything to lose and nothing to gain. If you Terrence Crawford, hell yeah, you want that fight. You get the biggest bag of your career. And if you lose, you already got a built-in excuse. Oh, he was too little. He was too little, so he just moved up and he dared to be great. He can just move back down or he can just retire. We know that loss really don't mean nothing because he was fighting in a weight class way above his weight class. But if you Canelo and you lose to Crawford or you competitive with Crawford, people gonna be like, "Oh, you got exposed. You fought this little guy and he exposed you." So it's just there's no point in the fight to me. When one fighter got everything to lose and another fighter got nothing to lose, I don't like that fight. I'd rather Terrence Crawford camp if he's gonna continue to fight at 154, go for 3-time undisputed. It's a lot of really good fights there for him. It looks like, based on the Madrimal fight, that this division is going to be more competitive for him because these guys are bigger. These guys are stronger. Looks like they might be able to take his punches better. So I want to see what he looks like at 154, man. I want to see what he looks like at 154. So that's what I think of that, man. You got anything else on that?
No, that's about all I got on that, man. You know,
okay.
But I just want to touch on this real fast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oscar do his little clap back Thursdays.
Clap back Thursday shit. Yeah, I be seeing that shit. What he say?
You know, and he wants to pretty much go to the UFC. He's not going to watch Canelo Alvarez, and because he believes that it's dumb to pay $89.99, and it's not. It's that it's dumb. It's just that he don't like Canelo Alvarez. That's all. They are into it, and now he's going on to Dana White. Oscar, Dana don't like you. He don't like you. Now, if you don't believe me, I have the receipts where he said, man, cocaine is a very expensive drug. He talking about you. So you talking about, I see you, Dana. I see you in person. You got the same abs surgery I had. Well, he don't like you, dude. And by you sitting there with Dana, that's not going to make them sell. So you don't want to watch boxing, and you was a boxer, so you'd rather go over to UFC? Yeah, no offense against UFC. I mean, if you like it, hey, I love it. I'm just not into it. I just don't think a man should be grabbing another man right between the legs and whoop, whoop, whoop. But hey, hey, to each his own, to each his own. That's all I'm saying. But still in all, but still, Oscar's just funny. He's just funny, and now he's dancing around in his drawers, and nobody want to see you in your drawers, dude. Ain't nobody want to see you clap back with your ass. I don't want to see that. But it just that's just me. I just thought I'd
Nah,
throw
I
it
agree. I agree with everything. I agree with everything you said.
Okay.
Last topic of the show. Last topic of the show, and the thing I want to talk most about really
Okay.
is Gervonta Tank Davis.
Okay.
It's looking like for the first time in that I can remember, somebody of the stardom level of Tank Davis, it's looking like KQ he could have trouble finding an opponent. Like what is going on with Tank to where you got some rumor saying that he may not fight again this year now because there's no opponents available, no one's wanting to fight him, so he may just sit out till next year. You got some people believing that he has an opponent and they're just waiting to announce it because he's in camp. What is going on with Tank Davis? It's been a weird year, right? Like he come back out of the jail sentence, comes back with abandon, comes back with a huge splash against Frank Martin, does what he does to Frank Martin, goes viral with that knockout. The highlights go crazy, do crazy numbers. And then we get excited even more because we find out that he's negotiating with Lomachenko. We think we're about to get Tank versus Loma. Loma pulls a blatant duck move. And now we don't know who Tank is fighting. And with every week, opponents seem to keep making themselves unavailable and taking themselves off the board. What's going on, KQ? What's up with the Tank Davis situation, man?
Well, Coach Kenny Allen said Gervonta Davis is the most feared lightweight in the sport of boxing. And therefore, a lot of fighters somewhat don't want to fight him. A lot of people got this social media. They don't want to be a means. And of course, a lot of people got Turkey, who can get them a bag. They don't need Gervonta Davis. They don't care about legacy. They just want the money now. That's why I say, man, belts, they just want the money. Now, we're at this point where Gervonta Davis is going to have to do some wheeling and dealing. Other words, it's called step aside. All right? Yeah, you set to fight this guy. But how about me and you fight if I pay that guy step aside money or whatever? See, Gervonta Davis is in a different tax bracket. Okay? And he blessed to be there. But, of course, you got to fight someone. Now, are they feared? Yeah, some of them might be. I know, I hear you. Fighters ain't scared of no other fighter. That's bullshit. Okay? I don't believe that. They ain't gonna let you know anyway. But still in all, he gonna have to fight someone.
Yeah, you
Now,
ain't lying. I'll let you keep going. That shit. You ain't lying. I'm gonna let you keep going, OG. But you ain't lying. That's some of the dumbest shit. Fighters ain't scared of nobody. Styles make fights. People just find some shit and just stick and just say some shit that they hear a bunch of people say. Fighters are indeed scared of other fighters. Like, stop saying it. But go ahead.
Yeah, but that's their profession. So, but I will say this. He gonna have to fight someone, and I hate to say it. I mean, Coach Ford said, hey, he's a small 35-pounder who could fight at 130, but he might have to move up to 140. He might have to move up to 140 to get the fights that's necessary, or fight at 130. But I think it'd be best to fight at 140. Maybe a catch weight if they want to go for the catch weight. So he's gonna have to do something. Now, is he good, to fight this year? Hope so. Maybe he negotiate with someone. and we don't know about it. And then, of course, we might hear, boom, because I do know he's in the gym, but so you got to stay limber, you got to stay ready. So that's what you're going to have to do. So I can't see him just, can't fight nobody. Somebody got to fight. I mean, he's available. Nobody don't want to fight the most, the greatest lightweight, like Coach Ellis said, the most feared lightweight in the sport. Step right up. He's free. He's free now. Nobody's calling you out. Why is that? Because they got fights going on. Keyshawn Davis has a fight. Shakur Stevenson has a fight. Now Abdullah Mason, he's too young right now. He's not ready for Gervonta Davis, so he's not gonna mess up his career. Now Bob Arum, he the face of Top Rank, but Todd DeBow run Top Rank now, and he's definitely not gonna put his young prospects or contenders in there. So where should he look at? PBC? Well, who at PBC that he could fight? Not Rolly too big. I mean, who else? So sometimes you got to work behind the scenes and make some moves and make some deals. Just what they're gonna have to do. And he got the money to do it, and they got the money to do it, or whatever. And somebody will want to fight him. So that's how I see it. Yeah.
I think I'm the more and more I think about this shit, I think they pulling the wool over our eyes, and I think a big announcement is coming.
That's what I said. Yeah.
The more and more, because it just like Tank been too calm.
Yes.
Yeah. And the team they've been very coy and very just like they ain't tripping on nothing. They laughing at people. They do like I think something big coming. Like just because if they were in panic mode, then they'd be reaching out to a Lamont Roach. They be finding somebody that he could fight, but they haven't panicked one bit. They ain't said shit. When Loma did what he did, then shit, they just kept business as usual. I firmly believe in these three names, and I did a video on it. I think these are all big, but I also think one of them is a trash ass fight. I think Loma, Teofimo, or Manny Pacquiao. I think it's one of them three because PBC, as you said, they don't like all that talking in the public and shit. And as you said, Bob Arum don't run Top Rank. I think Bob Arum stepped out of line by letting them know that they were negotiating in the public, and they didn't like that shit. And I think it could have been a negotiation tactic by Lomachenko to try to get more money from Tank or try to get the fight date that he wanted. Maybe he didn't want to fight in November, something along those lines. So it could be Lomachenko. Or if Loma did duck, I think Top Rank still wants to do business with Tank Davis. And they could say, look, Loma pulling out. We sorry about that. We thought we had the fight done, but we got this fighter that'll fight you. We still want to do business with you. We got this fighter that'll fight you. So I think it could be a Tio because Tio's awfully quiet right now. Or I think the Hail Mary could be somebody like Manny Pacquiao. I just think Premier Boxing Champions is too good at their job. I think Tank Davis is too calm right now for us to not have some sort of really big announcement. And then the other thing, KQ, is when Tank was fighting Frank Martin, they announced the fight like 2 weeks before the Canelo fight, and they did the press conference and stuff the week of the Canelo fight so that Tank Davis could have some of that Canelo overflow since he was fighting the guy in Frank Martin that a lot of casual fans didn't know. This time, they didn't announce his fight before the Canelo fight. And he's not having a press conference during Canelo week, which leads me to believe one or two things. Either they having trouble getting Tank a fight or Tank got something big coming, so they don't need to announce it with Canelo. They can wait till after the Canelo fight because his announcement is so big, they don't want to take shine away from Canelo. So they want to let Canelo play out, let Canelo fight, and then after that, they'll announce the Tank fight so that Canelo's numbers aren't messed up and his traction is not messed up. Because we know if you announce a big Tank Davis fight, that's going to take some shine off of Canelo. Right, so we'll see. But I really think that it's going to be something big. I'm holding out hope. I could be dead ass wrong, but I think it's going to be one. I think it's going to be a big name that we kind of didn't see coming. Just because I remember what happened with Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. Like a lot of people forget that no one knew that Earl and Manny were negotiating. No one knew that that was even an option. And then they just announced Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao, and everybody was like, "Yo, what?" But then Earl got hurt, and so Ugas had to fill in. But I think it could be one of them situations where something out of left field that's really big that we didn't see coming is about to happen. So we'll see. But I find it hard to believe that Tank Davis has had such a trouble getting an opponent, bro. Like
that's what I'm about to ask you.
He paid. You make too much money fighting him. He's one of the biggest names, if not the biggest name in the sport. History has showed us that those types of guys don't have problems getting opponents, bro. Like I find it hard to believe. I think they got something lined up that's gonna be big, and I think it's Loma on a bluff, and they were bullshitting with us because boxing does that to us all the time. Or I think it could be Tio, or I think it could be Manny Pacquiao, because I maintain you can't go backwards from Frank Martin. You can't sell less with your next opponent than what you sold with Frank Martin. Tank got to keep going up, and those are the three names that make the most sense. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes, man.
Yeah, like I was saying, I was gonna say that you know Tank, you know Tank, your favorite fighter. This Tank would be on social media or somewhere, saying, hey, saying something about this. Hey, nobody want to fight me. I'm the best in the world. Everybody's scared of me, or something smart. Then delete it. but still at all, so I'm with you. I think it's something going on. We just don't know about it because he's quiet. I don't hear nobody mention his name. Nobody's calling him out. So it is what it is. So all I can tell you is, like I told my chat, let's just sit and wait. That's what I can say.
I agree with you, but my heart just dropped because my Dallas Cowboys are guaranteed to not make the Super Bowl for at least another 4 or 5 years, because we just signed Dak Prescott to a $240 million contract. Dak Prescott about to make more money than Patrick Mahomes. This makes me so sad, bro. This makes me so sad. Dak is trash.
Sorry to hear that.
God, dog. But you're right. You right on Tank Davis, man. You hit the nail on the head. I think that something big is coming. I think he's quiet for a reason, like you said. And I just hope that boxing picks back up, because it started off good this year, but we need to end the year strong, because it's been kind of dead this past month. I'm not gonna lie, it's been kind of dead. So we needed to pick back up. October looks pretty good. November, if somebody would get in the ring with Jaron Boots Ennis and Tank Davis, we'll be good to go. We'll be good to go if they can get somebody to fight them. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. KQ, you got anything? You got anything else, man, before we wrap the show?
No, that's about it. I'm still freezing, or I'm good.
Now you good now. You good now.
I don't know what happened, but anyway, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But look, salute to the chat. Salute to Miss KO. Salute to KQ. KQ will be live 11 a.m. every day during the week. I'll be live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll be on KQKC's platform for the morning after show. After the Canelo card, 9 a.m. next Sunday morning. So y'all be sure to tune in. We appreciate each and every one of y'all, and watch boxing this weekend. We'll catch y'all later. We out of here. Peace out, KQ.
Yes, sir. Peace.